Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 18th September 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, all of you please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. All the training lessons are available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel homepage, click on the tab Posts. Some of you might be seeing the tab Community. Whichever the tab, you click on the tab, then you get access to this post. This post is having a YouTube playlist link that will take you to all the training videos. Just click on the link. Now we are into the playlist Supply Demand Zone Price Action course. Here you have all the training lessons are available. You need to start your training from lesson 1.1. For that you need to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are available in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So from the video description, please join at our Telegram channel. It will be helpful to you. Each time when we release a new YouTube video or any other important updates, we will provide at the Telegram channel. Now let's get into the report generation. So let's start with finding the stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. During this process, we will also identify daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. So I'm starting from the half yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half yearly demand zone. One stock is filtered. I will be giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. So that is the reason why you need to pause the video before move on to the next reports. Once you complete your study, you can further proceed. In case if you doesn't understand how to study this report, I request you complete training lesson 21.1, that is part 1 of lesson 21. In that video, I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations, everything in detail. Okay, the next report for half yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. One stock is filtered. Next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. One stock is filtered. So next for quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. Two stocks are filtered. Next time frame is a monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. Two stocks are filtered. Next, for monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. Two stocks are filtered. Next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 11 stocks are filtered. Next, for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is daily. That is entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. The first one, Bank of Baroda, is a high liquidity zone, and then HDFC Life is a high liquidity zone. So that's it. We have identified 2 high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. Next, for daily time frame, let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity supply zones from this list. Indus Towers is a high liquidity zone. Oberoi Realty is also high liquidity zone. That means we have identified 2 high liquidity daily supply zones from this list. Next time frame is 125 minutes. So let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 9 stocks are filtered. Next, for 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. So this is the filtered list. So total 18 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity zones from this list. ABB is a 75 minutes high liquidity zone. BPCL is also identified. And Reliance is already a pierced zone. So we can't depend on this. So we have identified 2 high liquidity demand zones from this list, from the 75 minutes time frame. So next, for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 13 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity supply zones. Bajaj Finserv is a high liquidity 75 minute supply zone. IPCA Lab is also high liquidity supply zone. So that means we have identified 2 high liquidity supply zones from this list. High liquidity means high priority, high liquidity zones, as I explained you in lesson 21.3. Okay, next time frame is 25 minutes. So let us identify the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. So total 17 stocks are filtered. 16 stocks. Next, for 25 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Let's verify how many of these zones are having ITF confluence. 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So I'm enabling this filter. LTF, ITF, demand zone confluence. 4 stocks are filtered. Next, for 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. So let's verify ITF and LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. I am enabling the filter. Let's verify. So these 2 stocks are having a ITF confluence. That is 15 minute zone is part of 75 minute zone. Okay, the next time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Now let us verify out of these 7 how many are having 5 minute and 15 minutes demand zone confluence. 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence. I am enabling the filter. Let's verify. So 3 stocks are filtered. Okay, next for 5 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 5 minutes supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Now let's verify how many of these stocks are having ITF confluence. That is 5 minute supply zone and 15 minute supply zone confluence. in the supply zone confluence. I'm enabling the filter 5-minute supply zone with 15-minute supply zone. Now let's verify. So 2 stocks. So these 2 supply zones are having confluence with 15-minute supply zone, that is 5 minutes and 15-minute supply zone confluence. Okay, this is about stocks near demand and supply zones, also identified daily and 75-minute high liquidity zones. So next, let us identify Nifty, Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Let's start with Nifty 50, starting from monthly time frame. I'm generating monthly supply demand zone chain for Nifty. 8 stocks are filtered. 8 zones identified. Always look into the zone column to identify the high liquidity zones, and look into the pierced column if the zone is pierced or not to verify. And also always look into the LTF trend for the time frame you have selected. For example, the time frame is monthly, so this is the monthly trend is the uptrend. One time frame higher is quarterly, one more time frame higher is yearly. That way you need to understand remaining reports. So next, changing the time frame to weekly. I'm generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is a daily. I'm generating daily supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 125 minutes. Generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 75 minutes. I'm generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes. Generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 15 minutes. I am generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the next time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. So this is about Nifty supply demand zone chain. Next we will generate Bank Nifty. That is nothing but Nifty Bank. So starting with monthly time frame, I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is weekly. I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 125 minutes. I am generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 75 minutes. Generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes. Generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 15 minutes and generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. And the last time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So with this we have completed both Nifty and Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Now the next set of reports are about income trades. Bullish and bearish trade setup income trades for monthly, weekly, daily and hourly. First let us generate bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. So entry time frame is daily, entry zone is a demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame, I am selecting bullish, and the daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at a daily time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means pierced count should be 0. Pierced count 0 means zone is not pierced. Next, zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score is 12, and all the 3 filters are applied to daily demand zone. So this is the filtered list. So total 20 stocks are filtered. Let me scroll the list down. Okay, now we need to verify out of these 20, how many are having ITF Zone Confluence, that is a daily zone with weekly zone confluence, ITF confluence. So I'm going back in the demand zone confluence. I'm setting the filter daily demand zone with weekly demand zone. I'm enabling the option. Now let's verify. So 13 zones are filtered out of 20. And these 13 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, and also the daily zone, entry time frame zone is part of the weekly zone. That is what zone confluence. Because the daily zone is part of the weekly zone and the weekly trend is already uptrend. See here, ITF trend is uptrend in bullish trade setup. And if this ITF zone is having, that means weekly zone is having weekly confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. Because the daily zone is part of the weekly zone and the weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence. Moreover, it is supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. So I'm going to add EMA filter. In weekly time frame, I am setting the option weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. So total 9 stocks are filtered. So all these 9 stocks are supporting high probability trade setup. Okay, in the next set of report, we will look for LTF, ITF and HTF demand zone confluence. So I am removing the EMA filter. LTF, ITF and HTF, that means a daily, weekly, monthly demand zone confluence. So already we enabled a daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. I am setting daily demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence, and also weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone also I am enabling the filter. Now let's verify. So 2 stocks are filtered. These 2 stocks are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means the daily zone is part of weekly and daily and weekly together part of the monthly zone. Monthly is HTF. And also HTF trend is uptrend for both the stocks. If any of these stocks are having monthly EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. Why we are looking for monthly EMA confluence? Because the daily zone and weekly zone together part of the monthly zone. So we are verifying monthly EMA confluence. So in the EMA confluence, in the monthly time frame, looking for monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. MEMAC means monthly EMA confluence. So one stock, JNFC, is having monthly EMA confluence. So it's a high probability trade setup. Okay, this is about a bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame is daily, entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at a daily entry time frame, I am selecting bearish. And this 5 minutes, daily demand zone, daily supply zone, sorry for my mistake. This daily supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, in daily time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. So none of these stocks are currently supporting. Bearish trade setup for monthly income trade, we don't have any stocks. So next one is bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. So weekly income trade entry time frame is 75 minutes. Bullish trade setup entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bullish. The 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhanced score 12. All the three filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. So 16 stocks are filtered. All these 16 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Now let's look for high probability setups. So for that, let's verify how many of these 75 minute zones are part of the daily zone. That means LTF, ITF, demand zone confluence. 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence. So we have to enable that filter. So 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone. That means 75 minute zone is part of daily. Let's verify. 12 stocks are filtered. All these 12 stocks are having ITF zone confluence. Okay, the 75 minutes zones are part of the daily zone, that is ITF zone. And ITF trend is uptrend for all these stocks. And if the ITF, that is the daily zones, are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability trade setup. So in the EMA confluence, in the daily time frame, we are looking for daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. I am enabling the filter. Let's verify. So total 9 stocks are filtered. All these 9 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, and 75 minute zone and 75 minute zone and daily zone are having confluence. That means 75 minute zone is part of the daily zone and the daily zone is having daily EMA confluence. So it's a high probability setup, these 9 stocks. Okay, next let's verify LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So first I need to remove this EMA filter. I removed it. So 75 daily and weekly demand zone should have confluence. So already 75 and daily is enabled. Now 75 and weekly demand zone confluence I am enabling. And daily and weekly demand zone confluence also I am enabling. That means LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. So 3 stocks are filtered. That means 75 minute zone and daily zone are together part of the weekly zone. If second and third, if any of these stocks, because the trend is uptrend, weekly trend, and moreover 75 and daily together part of the weekly zone. If the weekly EMA confluence is there in the second and third, if anything, it is a high probability setup. Sideways EMA doesn't make any extra advantage. So in the EMA confluence, weekly time frame, looking for a weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. DLF is filtered and weekly trend is already sideways, so EMA confluence doesn't add any additional advantage. Okay, the next one is bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame is 75, entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bearish, and 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced column, 75 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. And all the 3 filters are applied to 75 minute supply zone. So 2 stocks are filtered. So these 2 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Let's verify any of these 2 stocks are having ITF supply zone confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. So I am enabling the filter 75 minute supply zone with the daily supply zone confluence. Let's verify. So none of the stocks are having ITF confluence. So that means they won't be having even HTF confluence. Fine. So next, bullish trade setup for daily income trade. For daily income trade, entry time frame is 15 minutes. Bullish trade setup entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup, at 15 minutes time frame, I am selecting bullish. And the 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, in 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhanced score 12. And all the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. 9 stocks are filtered. That means these 9 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Now let us verify out of these 9, how many are having ITF confluence, that is a 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone, I am enabling the filter. Now let's verify. So 6 stocks are filtered. Out of 9, these 6 stocks are having a bullish trade setup for bullish trade setup for daily income trade, and also the 15 minutes zone is a part of the 75 minutes zone, that is ITF confluence. Let's verify any of these zones are having, the 75 is ITF, if any of these zones are having a daily EMA confluence. The EMA confluence, daily time frame, 75 minutes time frame, because 15 minute zone is part of 75 minute zone. If the 75 minute zone is having daily EMA confluence, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence, let's verify. 2 stocks are filtered. So these 2 stocks are high probability trade setup they are supporting. Okay, next set of reports, let us look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. That means 15 minute zone, 75 minute zone, together part of the daily zone. First we need to remove the EMA filter in the demand zone confluence. Already 15 minutes demand zone with 75 is enabled. 15 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone I am enabling. And also 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone also I am enabling. Now let's verify. 3 stocks are filtered. Out of these 3, how many are having a EMA confluence with the daily time frame? Because HTF time frame is daily. And LTF and ITF together is part of the HTF zone. That means 15 minute zone and 75 minute zone together is part of the daily zone. So the daily EMA confluence is there, and daily zone is having daily EMA confluence. It's a high probability trade setup. So in the EMA confluence, daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence, I am enabling the filter. All the 3 are having, but third one is sideways. It doesn't add any extra advantage, but SBI card and NIFTY Pharma both are having EMA confluence with the trend as uptrend. Daily trend is uptrend, daily EMA confluence is there, and inside the daily EMA zones, the 15 minutes and the 75 minute zones together are available. That means LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. And also they are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Moreover, SBI card, even the demand zone is also high liquidity demand zone, the 15 minutes demand zone, because entry time frame is 15 minutes. Of course, this 15 minute zone is there, part of the daily zone, and also having daily EMA confluence. Okay, next, bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame is 15 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhanced score is 12, and all the 3 filters are applied to 15 minute supply zone. Now let's verify. 8 stocks are filtered. And all these 8 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes. Now let's verify if these 15-minute zones are part of the 75-minute zone. That means ITF Confluence, 15 minutes supply zone and 75-minute supply zone confluence we are looking for. So in the supply zone confluence, 15-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter. Now let's verify. 6 stocks out of 8, these 6 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means 15-minute zone is part of the 75 and 75 trend is a downtrend, and if the 75-minute supply zones are having a daily EMA confluence, again it is a high probability trade setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, 75-minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. So none of the stocks are having a EMA confluence with 75-minute zones. No problem. Now let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. First I have to remove EMA filter. I removed it. That is 15 minutes, 75 minutes daily zones should be together. So 15 minutes and 75 is already enabled. 15 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone I am enabling, and also 75 demand zone with daily demand zone confluence also enabled. Now let's verify. 2 stocks are filtered. So all these, both these 2 stocks are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means 15-minute zone is part of 75-minute zone. Again, both together part of the daily zone. If the daily zone is having daily EMA confluence, it is a high probability. We have 2 stocks. Both the stocks trend is downtrend. If supply zone EMA confluence is there, it's a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, in the daily, where is daily? Yeah, here daily time frame. So daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. So none of the stocks, out of 2, no stocks are having EMA confluence. Okay, fine. Next, hourly income trade, bullish trade setup. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Entry zone, demand zone, bullish trade setup, and also bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes time frame. I am selecting bullish, and this 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 5 minutes time frame, entry zone, minimum value 0, maximum value 0, means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. Let's verify. 8 stocks are filtered. These 8 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now let's look for high probability setup out of these 8. How many are having a LTF and ITF demand zone confluence? That means 5 minutes demand zone should be part of 15 minutes demand zone. So in the demand zone confluence, let's enable the filter. 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone I am enabling. Let's verify. So out of 8, 7 stocks are having a LTF and ITF confluence, but the ITF also should not be pierced. Otherwise, it's not a high probability setup. In the pierced count, 15 minutes also, I am setting 0, maximum 0. That means both 5 minutes and 15 minute zone should not be pierced. Still 7 stocks are filtered. That means none of the 15 minute zones are pierced. So it is a high probability setup. Even to increase even more high probability, let us check if any of these 15 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence. Mostly we won't get, but let's verify. In the EMA confluence, 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. None of the stocks. No issues. Removing the EMA filter. Now let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That is 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 75 minutes demand zone confluence. 5 minutes with 15 is already enabled. Now 5 minutes with 75 minutes demand zone confluence I am enabling, and 15 minutes with the 75 minutes demand zone also I am enabling with all the 3 filters. Let's verify. So 3 stocks are filtered. In all the 3 stocks, 5 minute zone is part of the 15 minute zone, 5 minutes and 15 together again part of the 75 minute zone. In the 75 minute zone, 2 stocks are sideways. First one is having EMA confluence. It's a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, 75 minutes demand zone is having daily EMA confluence. So none of the stocks are having daily EMA confluence. Fine. Next, bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone for bearish trade setup, bullish or bearish. 5 minutes I am selecting bearish, and 5 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 5 minutes time frame, setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minute supply zone. Now let's verify. Excuse me. 7 stocks are filtered. All these 7 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now let's verify ITF confluence. How many out of these 7? How many of the 5 minute zones are part of the 15 minute zone? That is what zone confluence. ITF confluence. That's why 5 minutes and 15 minutes supply zone confluence. 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone. I am enabling the filter. Let's verify. Out of 7, 5 stocks are filtered. Let's verify. Even 15 minute supply zone also should not be pierced. In the pierced count, 15 minute supply zone also minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Still we got 5. That means none of these 15 minute supply zones also pierced. So it's a high probability setup. Okay, to further add for more probability, let us check any of these 15 minute zones are having a daily EMA confluence. In the EMA confluence, 15 minutes time frame, 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. 1 stock is filtered. Good. So it is a high probability setup. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. First we need to remove this EMA filter. That means 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. So 5 minutes with 15 minutes is already enabled. Next 5 minutes supply zone with 75 minutes supply zone enabling, and 15 minutes supply zone and 75 is also enabling. That means LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So 4 stocks are filtered. And all the 4 stocks, the HTF trend is sideways. So no need to look for EMA confluence. So this is about bullish and bearish trade setups for all the income trades. And the final report, let us generate stop buffers based on daily ATR. So first 17 in this list are indices, that includes all sectorial indices. Remaining all are equity stocks listed in F&O. But they're all equity stocks. What I do, I keep on scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. Okay, I'm scrolling the list down. This is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for our further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.